you walk us through the first month or so here in Tallahassee, what it's been like, and guess what stood out about finally being at Florida State?
From Texas to Florida, the atmosphere is different, but everything been the same with football wise. But the speed of the game is just much faster than high school, and plus the academics and stuff. I'm just still catching up on the little things here.
Ira, look forward to it.
You guys, I guess like five or six, maybe six guys from your class were able to enroll early and get in spring. And I know Kevin and some of those guys had some early success. Like, how much were you itching to get here and be able to, step in and start doing some of that as well during the spring?
So I know I got here end of May. Knowing that Kevin knows and the rest of the guys that came here early, I was just talking to them. Just getting a lot of resources before I start, actually enrolling and working out and stuff as a team and stuff like that. Just getting on the little things before I step forward to, the football field or anything else like that.
Harry, what about Jason?
One thing that you guys do in the off season is compete against each other, like player involved workouts. How much fun has that been competing only against like players in your position group, but the other receivers, anybody who feels like they can take you on one-on-one?
Man, it's a lot of fun, especially the enthusiasm that everybody brings on the team out there on the field. It just the work ethic they show, getting, having that 1% better each day, it just shows a lot. So it's a lot of fun, especially playing against other guys, going against other guys and playing with other guys from all around the country. So.
Andre with Tallahassee Democrat.
Hey, Hunter. Where do you see yourself once right now it's all learning, obviously, but where do you see yourself making the biggest impact as far as, being on this defense and, being part of the effort to improve it in the next year or so?
Right now I'm playing on the field corner right now. I'm still catching up on the small stuff, still, catching up on the plays and stuff, knowing I just got here. But as soon as I get everything down, I can see myself playing inside and outside.
Brendan?
At the 7-on-7, the play run practices, who would you say right now is maybe the most talkative, the most competitive of the groups? Anyone standing out?
I'm going to start with the young guy, like in my class, I'll say Malik McClain. He can go. AP, I like AP. And then the only guys I've been going against is Malik, AP, and Ja'Kai Douglas. So they can all go.
Ira?
What was it like? You committed relatively early, and then Florida State's season didn't go great.
Mm-hmm.
What was it about what the coaches told you, or what made you believe in the program even though things didn't go great last fall for FSU?
Knowing that COVID hit, I never really thought of any school or anything like that, but the loyalty that the coaching staff bring to the table and the love that they show, on and off the field, they always checking up on me. And it's the little things I look for in a recruiting class, and they showed a lot, especially Coach Woodson. I've been knowing Coach Woodson ever since he was at Auburn, and Coach Trey Bell. And Mike Norvell, I've been knowing him for like a couple months, and then it shows a lot throughout the couple months before I committed.
Matt Marshall with Orlando Sentinel.
Hunter, you talked a little bit about when you got to campus. What's the biggest adjustment from high school to the college level game? What is kind of some of the things that have stood out to you so far?
Like I said, everything is just at a fast pace, and like you on your own now. So like, you gotta. It's like a hard adjustment, but as the weeks go and as the months go, I'm starting to understand and starting to catch up on stuff and getting used to it. So.
Aslan with Vortex.
Hunter, being a guy from Texas, what was the reaction from your friends and I guess your teachers, your high school coaches when you did commit to Florida State? Was it one of those things where it was like, word, Florida State, or was it like, word, Florida State?
I mean, it was a lot of confusion, because you know how the recruiting process goes. Like, the teams they bring up are assuming that I'm going to and stuff like that. But I just kept that out the lane and just kept my head forward and knowing that this is a school for me. So.
Andre?
Was there any cornerback growing up that you like you wanted to emulate, that you kind of like their style, the way they play, or anyone maybe famous cornerback that you ever met or even trained with?
Jalen Ramsey. I look at his game a lot. I try to match my game to try to match his game and stuff like that. So I just like watching his film and like how he play and the aggressiveness he brings on the field. So
Ira?
I'm sure you're a guy that, likes working out. You wouldn't have gotten to this level if you didn't. But what's Coach Storm's been like? What were you prepared for what these workouts were like when you got here?
I mean, I was prepared for the workouts. It's just a lot of different techniques that they taught me. The techniques they teach you is gonna translate out on the field. So I'm still, it's a lot that they bring to the table. And as soon as you step through the 2 doors in the weight room, it's time to go to work and not just see it. So.
Avalon?
Hunter, how do these sort of recruiting pushes happen with you guys, like players trying to bring other players with you to Florida State, like on social media? I know you guys all have your group chats, but do you guys just let it happen and have fun with it, or is it one of those things where, like, you'll text one guy and he's like, hey man, who did you speak to today? Like, did you get to these guys? I'll cover these guys.
Yeah. Let me think about that.
If it's a bad question, you can punt on it. It's totally fine.
No,
Yeah, it's all good.
It was a lot, like me, I know, like right when I come in, I knew that I needed like a strong 2021 class to come and try to change this, like Pat and, Kevin knows. I've been knowing Kevin knows and stuff, especially Jordan Eubanks. He's from the same state as me, so, I was just staying in touch and making sure everybody's good and everybody's on the same page and the same goals that I'm trying to strive here, so.
Ira?
You got asked earlier about the receivers and who talks and things like that. What are the quarterbacks like during those player run practices? Are Jordan, McKenzie, and those guys, are they vocal to both sides of the ball, or do they mostly just talk to the offensive guys? How do they handle that?
No, they're vocal both sides of the ball. They pretty much making sure that everybody's on the same page. Like I said earlier, everybody's trying to strive for the same goal, and that's going to rely on, starting September 5th. So.
Avalon?
Hunter, are the coaches as cool, I guess, or are they who you thought they were going to be? I mean, I'm sure they try to be something during the recruiting process, but are they that same guy? Are they using that same sort of message with you now that you're an actual player here on campus?
They're still the same guy, no matter what. Nothing has changed.